Okay, ladies, in Generation X, the United States ended 11 years ago, and Cascadia has also ended, and I'm first king of the continent. Maybe you were paying attention to the boomers and Donald Trump, and you didn't notice the actual historical timeline. But I'm trying to find a good queen for the continent. The problem is, all women are spoiled brats, I discovered as the leading sociologist. So we're trying to vet women now, and I'm asking the public, hey, can you come up with one example of a woman who would be a good role model for children, as the public cannot name a single woman who would be a good role model for children. They named Kim Kardashian as a joke. Well, hey, there are no good women in America or on the continent or on planet Earth, right? So we're trying to find this diamond in the rough that you all believe exists, right? So women struggle with about six of the new 27 types of narcissism that I coined, right? So after sleeping with only five men, ladies, you have an only 20% chance of a healthy marriage. What happens in college? Are women smug because they go to college? 9 out of 10 relationships fail with college educated women, 90% of them. Is that because they're smug about their PhD, or is it because they got ran through in college as a sexual narcissist, racking up their body count? So if a woman has slept with 5,000 guys before she's 18, well, she's damaged goods. You can't build a family with that girl. And that's the problem with all American women. Hey, they're damaged goods before they even turn 18. So I'm trying to teach you, hey, get with your high school sweetheart and build memories with that girl. Because the more men that you have as a woman, or the more women that you have, the less you're going to be able to actually bond with that person. So, pair bonding. It's the person that you have sex with the most. Make sure you're very picky and choosy about how that, who that person is, ladies, because you could get knocked up. Look, if you're a sexual narcissist boning the whole town behind your guy's back, one of these guys could get you knocked up, right? So that's the big danger for women. They always argue, well, hey, well, why isn't it dirty if men sleep with lots of women, right? I'm telling you, it's more dangerous for you to sleep around because hey, one of these guys could get you pregnant, right? And in every case, you're probably a martial narcissist who doesn't know how to fight, right? What if you had to defend yourself? You can't fight, you suck at fighting, as every man knows, right? Well, I argue women could fight just as good as men. They have a stronger lower body. So if we trained you how to kick a man's ass, maybe you could do it, right? The problem is all women can be bought in sociology. Hey, take a couple walking down the street and approach with the random stranger who offers your girl $1,000 or 10 grand or $1 million to date him instead. Well, she'll go walk off with the new guy. How's that work for building a family? Oh, it doesn't work very well, does it? If any random stranger can buy your wife, right? So, the working class narcissist, women care about the prestige of your job because it's all about how you look for society. Hey, if society doesn't respect you, why would your woman respect you, right? Well, such is the crux in an idiocracy. Hey, nobody respects the world's smartest person, although the majority wants the smart guy to be their leader, right? You all mock the smartest because you have a power fetish and everyone tends to abuse their power, and men want to attack the alpha male so that they can mate with the ladies. They want to make fun of that guy, knock him down a peg so that they can mate. You see how this works? So the psychopath, their favorite type of humor is sardonic mockery as a comic narcissist. right? They like to make fun of people before they torture them or before they end your life, right? That's what psychopaths like to do. So no wonder sardonic mockery is so popular in our society. No wonder you hear everybody making fun of people on every TikTok live, making fun of each other. Hey, you're living in a world full of nothing but psychopaths, right? You haven't done anything about Israel's genocide. You haven't stood up to tyranny. If you have a tyrannical leader with a medical tyranny, you haven't stood up to the justice system being unconstitutional cruelty under the Eighth. Hey, the entire prison system was just your torture fetish as a torture narcissist as Americans. Right? America was supposed to be the land of the free, but you built the most incarcerated nation in the world because, hey, you have a torture fetish and you love power. So what I'm trying to teach you is everybody tends to abuse their power, like the Stanford prison experiment. What happens when you give TikTok power? They ban certain videos. You can't say that, right? As a word narcissist, they like to play God saying swear words are bad or that you have to use pronouns on a TikTok live or they won't let you talk, right? Age, state, and who you voted for as a national narcissist 11 years after America ended, right? So you might have some phony feds on TikTok running a phony live asking who you voted for 11 years after America ended, right? So no one will date a guy who's not over 6 feet tall. That's a heightism, a heightist, right? So that's only 14.5% of guys, ladies, right? You keep excluding guys based on your narcissism criteria, right? Must make a 6-figure income, must go on the dotted line and walk on eggshells for your narcissism, right? So that's the problem. Women want to be famous. They care more about fame and celebrity, right, than talking to their actual guy. They don't want to talk to their actual guy because that might make them feel guilty for their loose cannon sex life, right? So the celebrity narcissist will avoid their actual boyfriend to bone every other guy but their boyfriend, right? Because they have so many options. They're flooded with options, right? So it's very funny to them to mate with betas in front of the alpha. They like to dangle all the men that they can sleep with as a masculine feminist in front of their actual guy. Because there's nothing you can do about it in a gynocracy, and a woman knows it, right? You will be caged in a cage, in a prison cell for trying to mate with the opposite sex, and that leads to population collapse, just the rape law alone, and you don't see antelope or male gazelle or giraffe or bucks getting put in a cage for hopping on the female, right? So that's the thing. They like to virtue signal that it's bad if a male mates, right? What happens when you give women exclusive mate selection, though? It leads to population collapse. They only want 4% of the guys in dating statistics, really, right? And it becomes less and less to the point where no man is good enough for a woman. And you're in Mouse Utopia, you're having humans just like the mice in the experiment, right? So nations all around the world are struggling. Hey, they can't throw enough money at the problem to solve it, right? Everyone wants to talk about money. Hey, you're not making as much as you used to or something like this. No, actually, the most impoverished nations, they don't have this problem yet, right? So it comes with spoiled brats. The more spoiled women get, hey, the less babies you have, to the point of population collapse. So that's what we're looking at, you know. You have 4 generations who've indoctrinated their daughters to be hoes who extort men and abuse men and take advantage of men as opportunists, right? Just because the government's doing it, you know, the government uses you as war fodder when you're 18,